This is actually crazy when you think about it. Real Madrid, kings of Europe, winners of everything except one thing, the treble. 8 clubs have done it. Barca, twice, Bayern, twice, United, Inter, City, all in the club. But Madrid, the biggest club in history? Never. And let's be honest, nobody thought they'd be competing for it this season. Not with the injuries, not with the squad depth, not with the kind of teams they had to face. But here we are. Somehow, they swept aside Manchester City, the team everyone thought would go back-to-back. And now, the treble is actually on. But before we get to that, let's talk about how Madrid even got here. Because trust me, this is not luck. This is a masterclass in transfer market genius, ruthless squad management, and a mentality that just refuses to lose. Real Madrid's elite mentality isn't just about winning, it's about staying ahead of the curve. Season after season, they do something that no other club dares to do. They change, ruthlessly, efficiently, without sentiment. That's why they are the most successful club in football history. See, other clubs hold on to players out of nostalgia. They keep aging stars, hoping for one last spark. Madrid, they sell at the perfect time. When Cristiano Ronaldo, arguably their greatest ever player, started showing signs of decline, they didn't wait for the inevitable downfall. They sent him to Juventus for 117 million euros, a declining asset, sold at a premium price. Business. And they didn't stop there. They pulled off absolute daylight robberies with Rafael Varane and Casemiro, 2 players past their peak but still highly valued in the market. Manchester United, hook, line, and sinker. 133 million euros for 2 players who were no longer Madrid's future. And let's not forget Alvaro Morata, Keylor Navas, Mateo Kovacic, and even Marcos Llorente. When you add it all up, that's a staggering 441 million euros in sales. Madrid doesn't just sell players, they cash out. And what did they do with that money? They did what only Madrid can do. They rebuilt without anyone even noticing. While other clubs were outbidding each other for players past their prime, Madrid were busy collecting superstars in the making. Vinícius Jr, Rodrygo, Jude Bellingham, all for a combined 198 million pounds. And let's not forget the biggest fish of them all, Kylian Mbappé. And soon, Trent Alexander-Arnold is on the way, a right-back tailor-made for Madrid's next era. It's not just smart business, it's chess, not checkers. They offload at the peak, reinvest before anyone else, and somehow they always come out on top, every single time. And that's exactly why, against all odds, they are now staring at a historic treble. But before we get to that, let's talk about this season because this wasn't supposed to happen. Yet here we are. You can never count Real Madrid out. Ever. That's the golden rule of football. Just when you think they're done, just when the doubters start writing them off, they flip the script. Because that's what Madrid does. It's in their DNA. That's why they are different. This season, it's been anything but smooth sailing. Injuries, tactical experiments gone wrong, humiliating defeats. Yet somehow they sit second in La Liga, level on points with Barcelona. They should have crumbled. They should have fallen behind. But Madrid doesn't do should've. They survive, they adapt, and right now, they're turning things around in the most Real Madrid way possible. At the heart of this resurrection, Jude Bellingham. When Madrid splashed 85 million pounds on him, they weren't just buying a midfielder, they were buying the future. And in his first season, he wasn't just good, he was unstoppable. Goals, assists, leadership, he practically dragged Madrid to trophies with his bare hands. But then, this season started, and something was off. Injuries slowed him down, sure. But the real issue? Ancelotti's tactical puzzle. With Toni Kroos gone, Madrid needed someone to control the midfield. And Ancelotti, in his eternal wisdom, thought, why not Jude? So he dropped him deeper. Instead of attacking, he was dictating. Instead of scoring, he was covering. And instead of thriving, he was struggling. The early season was a mess. Against Espanyol, left attacking midfield in a 4-3-3. 2 games later against Villarreal, pushed even further to the left. Then came El Clásico, and in an experiment so wild it belonged in a science lab, Ancelotti stuck him on the wing. The result? Jude's worst performance in a Madrid shirt. Fans were confused. Jude was frustrated. Madrid looked lost. And then, just when it seemed like things were spiraling, Ancelotti made a decision that changed everything. Against Osasuna, he put Jude back in the center, where he belongs, and Madrid exploded, 4-0. Jude broke his 13-game goal drought. He looked alive again, and from that moment Madrid started clicking. 6 assists since then, control, creativity, goals. He was back, and guess what? So was Kylian Mbappé. People had doubts. He started slow. He looked out of sync. But now, he's scoring every game. Top scorer in La Liga with 20 goals. When Madrid needed someone to step up, he answered. And Vinícius? Same story. The rhythm is returning. The spark is there. But just as Madrid were building momentum, they hit another roadblock, a 2-0 loss to Athletic Bilbao. And guess what Ancelotti did in that game? Yep, pushed Jude to the flank again. The fans lost it, and rightfully so. Madrid doesn't make the same mistake twice. In the next game, Jude was back in the center. The result? A goal, an assist for Arda Güler, 3 key passes, total domination. And it's not just the big names stepping up, the entire squad is catching fire. Dani Ceballos, hustling like never before. Fede Valverde, unstoppable in midfield. Fran García, bombing forward. Brahim Díaz, Camavinga, creating magic. Rüdiger, a wall in defense. Madrid is coming. The mentality is kicking in. And now, with everything clicking, the question is simple. Can they finally do what no Madrid team has done before? Because the treble dream is still alive. And if there's one club that knows how to make the impossible happen, it's them. So, here we are, the moment of truth. The treble, it's never been done in Madrid's history. Never. But this season, the door is wide open. 3 trophies, 3 massive challenges, one club that thrives on making history. Next up, Arsenal, the quarterfinals. A young, fearless team, hungry for glory. But let's be real, this is Real Madrid in the Champions League. This is their competition. When the lights shine the brightest, when the pressure reaches boiling point, Madrid don't just survive, they take over. But if they beat Arsenal, things get even wilder. They could face PSG. It won't be easy. But how many times have we seen Madrid pull off the impossible? So why should this year be any different? What about Copa del Rey, the trophy that got away? Madrid don't dominate this one like they do in Europe. It's been tricky for them. But this season, they're in the semi-finals against Real Sociedad. Win that, and it's either Barcelona or Atletico Madrid in the final. A chance for revenge, a shot at redemption. Because let's not forget, Madrid fell short in the Copa del Rey before. Can they finally do it this time? Can they add a missing piece to their season? And then, there's La Liga. Madrid sits second, level on points with Barcelona. It's a razor-thin margin. Anything can happen. And the fixtures? Absolutely crucial. Valencia, Alaves, Bilbao, Getafe, Celta, Barcelona, Sociedad. It all comes down to El Clásico. Win that, and the title race explodes. Lose it, and things get complicated. The final question, can Madrid actually do it? The treble is the ultimate test, the ultimate achievement. And Madrid, the club that has seen it all, now stands on the edge of history. So what do you think? Can they pull off the impossible? Or will their rivals crush their treble hopes? Don't forget, Barcelona is still in the race, hungry for their downfall. If you're as fired up as we are and believe in the magic of Madrid, join the conversation. Share your thoughts, spread the word, and let's rally behind a club that refuses to settle for anything less than greatness. As always, stay tuned with footy, and see you at the next one.